The question today is about drinking. Thank you for the question. First of all, I am not recommending that you use this as a lubrication to get through life. It can do a lot of damage. We all know that. It can do a lot of damage. It is way worse probably than any drug that's out there except for like heroin and meth, the ones that are like real addictive. I shouldn't be talking about drugs probably, but alcohol is a drug. And it's the liquor administration, it's the cigarette administration, it's those fuckers that keep that legal as opposed to cocaine being illegal. It's just big money making one of them legal and one of them not legal so that we'll keep buying the one that they sell. And that is no joke. You can look into that yourself. So alcohol is a drug, all right? And it's probably one of the worst of all of them. I developed a huge, I don't want to call it a drinking problem because I never really saw it as a problem until recently. And now I'm kind of struggling with that myself because I'm going back to work here tomorrow actually, and I'm going to have to limit myself at either 2 or 3 depending on what time I get there in the night and what time the club closes, because you do not want to be drinking and driving. And besides that, the money that you make, look, if you get drunk, you are not going to make as much money as you did if you were at least semi-sober. And girls that are first starting out, that are just getting into this, you absolutely, I promise, do not want to make drinking, you don't want to make that something that you need to go to work, because it's just going to go downhill from there. I would say if you're a beginner, go in and work sober. And you might be nervous, you might be scared. The more you do this, the less your nervousness will be there. You won't be nervous, you won't be scared forever, I promise you. You'll get over that, and you don't want to start off doing it with alcohol because you might really just keep thinking you need to drink to go to work. And that's just not a good way to go, especially if you end up doing this for a long time, which a lot of girls that get into it do it for a really long time. Now, the girl that asked this question, I believe she told me in a post a while ago that she's been doing this for at least a year. So for girls that have been doing this for a little while, I would say if you don't have a drinking problem, I would probably do it personally. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out right now if I'm going to limit myself at 2 or 3, and it is going to be no more than that. It can't be. And the other reason is because you don't make as much money. When you're drunk, you get way more lovey-dovey and conversations kind of more, about whatever. It's not about the hustle. When you're drunk, it's just not about the hustle anymore. My recommendation is if you're brand new, start sober. I really mean it. Start sober until you can work sober. And then, if you're old enough, then maybe take a shot or 2 throughout the night, or a drink or 2, depending on what kind of club you work at, if guys offer you drinks, this or that or whatever. And if you've been in it for a little while, I would say you've got to realize by now, and if you don't, getting sloppy drunk, I don't know any girls that would get sloppy drunk that would make good money. And maybe you haven't noticed that, maybe you have, but if you're gonna be in this line of work, use it for all it's worth, put in the work and get something out of it. And numbing yourself while you're there, I understand, trust me, I understand it 100%, but, fucking hustle and get out, I'm speaking from somebody that's done it for a long time, and now I'm going to go back. I'm I'm thinking I might go back for a year, and I'm going to invest the shit out of my money, and I'm going to pray that it works so that I don't have to keep working. And then I think I'm going to go to Colorado and grow weed, and I don't know if I'm just going to grow it for my mom because she needs it. She's got some serious problems, and I know for a fucking fact cannabis would help her. All of us got reasons. Find your reason why you're doing this. Find your real reason why you're doing this and start to hustle until you get it. Because time flies, and if you go to work a couple nights a week, you make a bunch of money and spend it on a bunch of bullshit, you're gonna look back and regret it. Don't look back and regret it. Pick something you really want and go for it, and do it as fast as you can before you get sick of the industry, because every girl gets sick of the industry. It's a hard industry to be in sometimes. It's a really great industry to be in, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. There's just a lot of brain power that goes into it. There's a lot of physical effort that goes into it. There's a reason why strippers make so much money. So that's my advice. Don't drink when you first start until you really can get into it without drinking. And then if you want it to take a little bit of stress off, sure, do it, but don't overdo it. And if you've already been doing it for a little while, I would say try to figure out somewhere to cap yourself. If you don't know where you start to get kind of like sloppy, because it happens, ask somebody. Ask somebody you work with, ask somebody that you're close to if you're close to anybody at work. Or if you're not close to anybody at work, just pay attention to yourself. Be like, okay, I'm one drink down, I'm still hustling, I'm still asking for dances quickly, I'm still making money. 2 drinks in, okay, I'm still hustling, I'm still making money, whatever. 3 drinks in, like really track this and see where you're at. So know your limit and don't go over your limit, and cap yourself. Stop drinking when you know you're going to need to be going home soon, unless you're taking a cab. This is a really, 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 really big deal, you guys. Not only could you hurt yourself, you could hurt someone else, and you could go to jail. You could get a major fine that you have to pay off for a really long time. Like, it's a big freaking deal. So please don't take that lightly. So great question. Thank you for the question. I hope that this wasn't a little bit too long or dramatic, but it is a topic that is really serious to me. So take care, you guys. Stay positive. I'll talk to you later.